Hey everybody, I've been wanting to do this since I saw Psychic Lauren do this, and it was to go over the cards I have. So the very first deck of anything that I bought was the tarot deck. This one is a Chakra Wisdom tarot deck. So it's got a lot of the different colors of the chakras here. And the cards are extremely beautiful. It does come with a booklet. So if you are wanting to find the explanation really quickly, it does have the upside description and the reverse description if a card is upside down. The back of the cards look like this, and the other side, like the illustrations, are just so beautiful. Every card has like the most gorgeous art on it, and that's what really drew me in. I just love them. You can look at the cards and interpret them, but my favorite way to do it is actually to just put the card down on the table and, like, after I've meditated, listen, ask my spirit guides, what does this mean? And then something will pop into my mind, I'll write it down, and then after I flip the card over and I'll do a little interpretation based on what I see, write that down, and then I'll actually look up the meaning last. So I like to really hone in and test my psychic abilities and my interpreting abilities with this deck. I love it. It's the only tarot card deck that I own. I am thinking about getting one from Moonology Moonly app when they come out with their deck, because I love the look of their cards. I've played with them online in the app. I highly recommend the Moonly app. Okay, can't put that away right now. The next deck I bought was this Moonology deck. That's why I said that word. The Moonology deck is an oracle deck, and I love working with the moon cycles. This is what it looks like here, and then the reverse side. So I like to, on a full moon or new moon, usually a new moon, I like to pull 4 cards asking me a card for that day, a card for a week from then. A week from that point would be the full moon, and then a week from that. So I'll get like a little lunar cycle of advice. And these ones I don't really put my hand over and feel what the message is. I just kind of go off of here and then look in the little book and get really encouraging, lovely little messages. It's a cute deck. I love to work with the moon cycles when I use it, but I don't use it too often. I did when I first got it. Everything is really gentle and kind. All the messages in there, there's nothing that's harsh or in your face or something that you like really need to hear. Tarot cards can be really harsh. The next deck that I got was a Lenormand deck. And the Lenormand cards are really cool because they're way more open to your interpretation. That's the back side, and this is the other side. These are also really beautiful art, and that's what drew me in as well. But as you can see, it only has like one word on the end. So it's not giving you a message right off the bat that you would know what it means. You're not getting some sort of positive encouragement or immediate reflection. So what the point of these cards is to really look at the pictures and interpret it and try to figure out what it means in your world. The other thing is the book doesn't give you direct messages. It will give you like almost like a list of possible messages, and then you look at the book and find out what kind of resonates with you in your life and figure out what it means to you. So sometimes these ones are really fun and interesting because they're so different than other cards. You're really, really just figuring out what the message is, and it's not just like straight up easy to find out. It's more of a puzzle. So if you like a puzzle, then Lenormand cards are good for that. The next deck I got, this was right after my sister passed. I was looking for angel cards because I wanted to learn the archangels, but I couldn't find a deck like that. And when I found this deck, I thought it was pretty, so I went ahead and got it. The very first card I pulled, which I asked to connect with my sister in spirit, and the cards that came up for her were perfect. They were bang on. I was really impressed with the deck. This is what it looks like on the other side. I felt like I was really communicating with my sister. So I really do love to use this deck to communicate with spirit, to see what messages our loved ones have. but you can use it to communicate with your angels or your guides. They're all like very loving and positive messages. Again, nothing too harsh or in your face. And all the meanings are here in the book, and I just used the book for this one as well. So the next deck I got, I really, really wanted the Archangels. So this is Kyle Gray's deck, and this one has like positive messages on it, but it also has Archangels on it. And so maybe half the deck or a good portion of the deck has the Archangels, which it can help you learn who they are and what their messages are. And then possibly half the deck has like just guidance. This one I got used, and it didn't come with the booklet, so I actually have a link online that I just look up to get a little more information. I mean, you can pretty much get what the message is by looking at the card, but if you want a little bit of a deeper interpretation on it, then I look up online. And this last deck I have is not for divination. This deck here I just bought, it's a medium training deck. This deck is not one for like messages or guidance in just like the average person's life. This is a development deck if you're becoming a medium or psychic, or if you just want to be more spiritual. So it gives you a lovely picture and a short message on the side. And on the opposite side, it shows you a very detailed description of what the card means. And it's basically challenging you to grow. So today's card that I actually pulled was Be of Service. And when I read the back of this, it says like, start practicing what it means to be of service, do a random act of kindness, or volunteer for a cause that speaks to your heart, or simply give a hug to someone you feel needs one. It also goes on to tell you how it like being of service kind of like raises your vibration and connects you with spirit, and you're also like serving spirit as well. So it gives you a lot more details, and don't quote my words on that. I'm just kind of saying a bit of it. But so I pull one of these each day and do what the card says, and that's supposed to help grow and strengthen my medium and psychic abilities and connect me more to spirit. So I really love this deck as well. I love all of my decks. If you were to ask me a favorite, I probably like I love tarot. I love being psychic and like receiving the messages and hearing the hard messages as well as like the positive encouraging ones. So the tarot is definitely a favorite. I think maybe the Lenormand might be a favorite because it's really mysterious and fun to interpret. And then possibly the Kyle Gray might be a favorite right now, but I do love all my decks and I highly recommend them. If you have any of these decks yourself, let me know in the comments, or if you have any deck recommendations, feel free to tell me in the comments. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks for watching.